Peace, y'all. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm making sure that the music ain't too loud. I really like the music, but this shouldn't be too loud. I think we're good. So I'm gonna turn it down just a little. Okay, guys. So I had a dream that so I was around people. They were kind to me, chased me down to let me know that they learned from me. They had notes with messages on them, and I had an ancestor altar. And so with the ancestor altar, wait, miss. Okay, let me get it right. So I had an ancestor altar, and with this ancestor altar, people were able to put their prayers onto the altar, and it was kind of like a organization that we were at where people were invited to put their prayers on the altar that I think I owned or something like that. But I want to get some messages. So this guy, he came up to me and I told him something that was the total opposite of what I know I believe. And it was like, I don't know if I'll meet like-minded people, like something like everyone is not good or something like that. And he said back to me, if you're like-minded, you're going to meet people like you. Remember? And I was like, oh, wow. And so with that said, I end up getting in a car, and I was, the people, they were on the side of me in their car. We were in front of a store, and I don't know what store it was, but I just know that I pulled up on the side of them. And I guess I was like too tight in between them, so I had to pull back and then pull back in between them. And once I pulled back in, they were gone. And so I want to know what this dream was about. So let's get started. So in the beginning, it's 333 on the dot. Well, it just turned 334. But anyway, so in the beginning, I was around good people. They were kind. Okay, so let's talk about that. So give me the gist of this reading, ancestors. Hopefully it ain't too long. Give me the gist of it, okay? So we got the 5 of Pentacles with the Star card. So this is telling me that there is someone who's needing some sort of healing. Mentally, they could be frustrated. They could be feeling stuck at this time. They could be going through some confusion, feeling as if their back is against the wall. And it's because of past traumas that they've gone through in their life. And so I feel like they are going through some sort of karmic wheel where they're having to go to their past and fix things that may have been maybe out of alignment. This is a person who's going through a lot of pain in their life. Could be crying a lot. It could be issues with family. What I'm seeing here is definitely a family environment with the badass being full of light, blood, and possibilities. This is the person who feels as if they're stuck in a family that is causing them pain, possibly. They feel like they're not getting anywhere with this family. And, I feel like with the World card and the King of Cups, someone is trying to end a cycle that they feel stuck in. So we got the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords clarify. I'm going to pick these two up anyway. With the Emperor and the High Priestess. So this is a person that you possibly ended a cycle with. Maybe this is a person who's carrying some sort of weight or sadness when it comes to like a family structure. Maybe things are not working out. Maybe this is a person who's not gotten what they wanted. So with the 7 of Swords energy, there could have been like a high priest that lied to someone. Okay, so this is the Emperor here. Someone lied, definitely lied. This is someone who's in power. They could have lied on a high priestess, or a high priestess could have lied on you. So what I'm seeing here is 5 of Wands energy, 2 of Cups, 2 of Wands. So what it's showing me is that there are people who could be wanting to connect with you, but because of some sort of lie that this person has done, the Emperor with the Seven of Swords and the High Priestess, I'm seeing here it's caused a lot of confusion, which is why, like, there could be people who are going through some sort of karmic wheel where they're having to go back to the past and fix things that are not working out for them. You know, someone's in a very bad place, definitely needing some sort of healing. So we got the Five of Wands with the Two of Cups. This is someone who's confused about a friendship, confused about, definitely, I'm just seeing someone confused. Like, someone's wanting to call you. They could be battling inside, trying to figure out what to do when it comes to you. Wanting, you know, possibly has dialed your number and hung up. You may have fast communication coming in with the Knight of Cups. Someone's coming in to, like, wanting to apologize or something. Yeah, and so with the Wheel of Fortune, someone's thinking on how to heal something. But what I feel like is, like, you judge the situation for what it is. And with the Ten of Swords energy, I'm seeing here that there could be something that's over. So this could be with a earth sign. Maybe you recognize certain traits when it comes to your family, certain traits when it comes to your friendships, or whatever this relationship is, like something that you've been hurt on. So you could be thinking about what you've been through, the pain that you've gone through, and maybe you've prayed to get yourself out of a situation. And so now there are people who are struggling to come towards you, wanting to say something to you, wanting to reach out to you. So with the Judgment card, I feel like you let's see, with the Ace of Wands, definitely seeing someone could be under judgment. People around you could be under judgment. And I'm willing to okay, so this could be family maybe that you're guarded from. These are people who are trying to find a way to, like, heal something with you. Yeah, so we got the Nine of Pentacles. So someone's watching you do it on your own. Two of Swords energy. You're not easy to connect to like that anymore. With the Lovers card, this is you who knows how to balance your energy when it comes to love. Three of Pentacles. Like, someone could be, like, trying to figure out how to get back into your heart chakra. Okay, so we got the Chariot with the Devil card. Definitely someone wanting to, like, push or force their way into your life in some way. Refusing to, like their rebellion, the judgment that they're going through. Could be a fire sign woman, or it could be anyone. Definitely someone wanting to, like, say hello, like call you possibly, or say something to you. But with the Death card, I'm just seeing here that something's over and someone's feeling left out in the cold. All right, so now that we got that, let's find out what this dream is about. So yeah, pretty much it looks like someone's having to heal past trauma, and someone's trying to come back to you. So anyway, let's get some messages. So in the beginning we talked about someone who chased me down. I was around good people. Some good people chased me around. No, chase me down to let me know what they've learned. So let's see. Chase me around. What's this? Yeah. So there could be people that could have manifested a restart, a fresh start in their life. Well, let me clarify it. Definitely seeing people that I'm hearing, like, maybe they had, like, a huge awakening. You know, there could have been, I don't see any healing cards, though. Let me make sure. So, yeah, they've had an awakening. These are people that maybe you connected to, okay? definitely seeing some sort of celebration, people that resonate with you. These are people who are, it's looking like what the dream is saying. Okay, so we have people who admire you, but there's one person that's a little funny acting. This could be a fire sign man or somebody, Aries maybe. But anyway, what I'm seeing here is so in the dream, you know, it talked about them saying, oh, well, we had notes, you know, we took notes and we learned and stuff like that. So let's see. So yeah, you know, with the Judgment card, this is people who possibly could feel as if they're under judgment for what they received. And they're trying to kill like a part of them that they don't want to remember. Like someone's still having some sort of attachment. So this could be someone who's involved in some sort of, like, either they are or were attached to something that was very toxic. These are people who are trying to heal their mind and heal from the fact that they may have taken money for some sort of gain, materialism. They're trying to free themselves from their actions and, you know, what they've taken. And so with that said, they're like, you know, we've learned, you know, that's what they're saying, like, we've learned. So with the Lovers card, it's like someone's trying to come into more of a lighter, positive mindset when it comes to who they are, you know, wanting to reconnect with their soul's purpose. People who are wanting justice, fairness, balance when it comes to some sort of healing that they want. These are people who recognize that they definitely have to do work in order to heal. But they still could be going through some sort of traumatizing thoughts that they have. And they're, you know, what I'm seeing here is like maybe they're connecting to the divine and getting through some sort of difficulty when it comes to their mindset, wanting to change their ways. These are people who had a shocking moment, an awakening when it comes to them wanting to transform and evolve in their life. You know, that's what I'm seeing here. So with that said, definitely seeing people trying to heal. But, you know, another thing is someone may need to like dig a little deeper, because with the Seven of Wands, even though like this person could be they could be getting some sort of counseling, definitely working on things from the past, maybe getting counseling from someone. So I'm also seeing here like someone's trying to pay their way out of their healing. They could be trying to figure out how to pay their way out, but they're finding like that's not going to work. This is a person who's having to do the work. So with the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, I'm seeing here someone's like dissecting themselves and trying to look into their flaws and, you know, examine what they don't like possibly that is bringing them a lot of pain. This is a person who's going deeper in their pain and analyzing things that are not working for them. And so with the Hermit card and the Strength card, this is a person who's also has done a lot of healing. With the Hermit and the Strength card, this is a person who's knowing how to be alone, giving to themselves, strengthening their mind, body, and their soul, their spirit, and coming into one with thyself. And it's just like a very powerful awakening for this person, where they're realizing that they can't pay their way into their healing. This is someone who's having to do deeper work, deeper healing, and that's what they're doing. So someone is deciding to be alone is what I'm seeing here. So we got the Five of Swords energy with the Four of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So with that said, you know, the Five of Swords is giving me like someone who's like very arrogant when it comes to their emotions, and you know, they're like they can be like comparing their energy towards you with the Five of Swords, or they could be upset with how they made some sort of choices. So this could be one person that is knowing that they need to do some deeper healing. This is a person who's tried to pay their way out of their healing, but they're realizing that they can't do that. So in their mind, they're trying to act like everything is fine, but they're knowing that they have to go deeper. And with the Empress, I feel like maybe you're holding someone accountable for their actions, and this is a person who's knowing that they need to do the same. However, with the Devil card here and the Chariot, this person could be headed to, let's see, what is this? Like, there's major arcana cards. So this person knows that they have something forcing them to, like, someone's forcing, like, this person could be forcing themselves to, like, some sort of divine healing, where they're noticing that there has to be, clarify the Devil card, ancestors. So it's, the issue is, there could be a person who is still connected to some sort of organization that they don't want to be a part of. And with that, you know, they could be lying, acting as if they're not a part of it. With the Three of Swords energy, this is a person who's hurting because they're a part of this. They're trying to keep it on the hush, maybe. With the Judgment card, they know, like, when they lie, it's going to be found out because they're under judgment. So maybe there's like a few people here that have not really done the work. There are people who are trying to pay their way out of doing their work, and then we have other people who have been doing the work. So with the World card here, it's like there's a cycle that's closing out, where someone's definitely ending a cycle of, like, what is this cycle that they're ending when it comes to this Devil and the Chariot? So when it comes to the Devil card, what is this cycle that's ending with the Eight of Cups? What is this cycle? What is this cycle that's ending? So we got the King, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. It's a cycle where someone's pretending to act as if they're healed. Okay? There's a cycle that's closed out. So this person could be coming around to try to balance something, but they're still caught in some sort of toxic energy here. And they're trying to heal, you know, definitely trying to heal. But they got work to do. You know, they got work to do because they're caught in some sort of flighty energy. So I feel like maybe there's a cycle that's ending when it comes to you and this person, where this person is going to be having to like pretty much disappear and start working on themselves for real. Because there could be someone like saying, oh, I've healed. So there are people who've actually done the work, and then there are some who've not really done the work, okay? So with the High Priest, I can't lie about this. Yeah, so I feel like there are people who are dedicated to their journey and working on themselves, and, you know, definitely coming into alignment with themselves. You know, someone could be hiding some pain, and they could be angry about past decisions that they've made. And so the thing is, something that they've like buried is possibly coming up again. This is something that this person is having to recognize. So we got the Badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. This is a person who's possibly paid or trying to like figure out how to come back. How you can like maybe someone's hurting about what happened in the past. The Ace of Wands is in the reverse. Maybe you close out a cycle with this person, and they're trying to figure out how to like come back in your energy, but the World card is here. This person still has some sort of attachment where they're caught on some sort of negative cycle. But they know they have to walk away. So they're on a karmic wheel, and they need somebody to get their energy from. So I feel like they're going to some sort of, let me stop saying some sort of. I think they're going back to the Queen of Cups. But with the Queen of Cups, she's made up her mind. She's looking at him like, no. And he could be angry about this. So what's happening is maybe this person is trying to force his way on this person. And so she's feeling, yeah, this person pretty much has healed. So with the Magician, the Queen, the Three of Cups, I'm just seeing here that there are people who are trying to manifest their healing. Excuse me. They're trying to manifest their new beginning. Okay? They're walking away, freeing themselves. But they know when they free themselves, it's going to be a lot that they have to go through. Because I feel like there are some people who don't really want these people to walk away. Because some are not on the same journey as others. But with the Five of Pentacles, it's like this person is having to like move along with nothing. So they're remembering possibly the things that they've had, okay? So with the Eight of Swords, it's someone who's scared to be, this is a person who's scared to walk away. And it's giving me the energy where, you know, they're needing to like really learn how to love themselves. So yeah, what I'm seeing here is like someone's trying to experience a love again, but they're feeling blocked off. They feel that love is outside of themselves, but really it's inside. They're looking for love in all the wrong places, you know? And so someone's wanting you to fill their cup. And I feel like you've grown boundaries to this person. So anyway, when it comes to like these people who were like good people, yeah, there were some good people, but for others, they weren't so good. There were people who want to attach their energy to you, possibly even want to be intimate with you, that you close out cycles with. These are people who are finding it difficult to end cycles. These are some people who are having a hard time walking away from an organization maybe. But I feel like someone's trying to do it. You know, they're trying to figure out where love is, and the love that they're looking for is really within them. So this is a person who's needing to come back to self, find their way back home. Your home is within you. And this is what this person is right now. I feel like they don't know it yet. They could be mad at other people for not giving them the love that they feel that they deserve from others. But the issue is this person is lacking emotional fulfillment within. This person is lacking you know, they have like a very win at all costs energy where it takes away the love. It's hard to love someone when they are always in a very negative energy. And so someone's protecting themselves from that. And someone's mad about it. And so, yeah, there are good people here. But also, you know, there is someone or a few people who could be upset because you're not pouring into them. And that's the problem. So I was around good people. They were kind and chased me down to let me know that they learned from me. They had notes with messages they had. Okay, so in the dream, I was speaking to somebody and I said that they're not good people out here or something like that. And then they were like, well, you only meet like-minded people. You meet people like you. So yeah, I was saying, if you don't, you know, there's not many good people out here. And what Spirit is saying is that you have to open your heart to know that it is. But I feel like someone's like, no, that's not what it's saying. What it's saying is like, you have to be very selective when it comes to allowing people in your heart, in your energy. You know, what I'm getting here is like, this is a person who's protecting their heart. So with that said, you know, this person is covering their heart. They're looking away because it's, what I'm getting here is like, your heart is everything. You know, you've worked on yourself so much. You can only give this love out to people who really deserve your love. And so you have to protect your heart. This is what someone's doing. But it's not that they don't love you. They just, they like, I love myself too much to allow anyone to come in and hurt me again. But these people here, they represent unity. They represent humility, for them to be naked, and people of all colors, white, black, blue, pink, purple. I'm just seeing here, these are people who are willing and able to grow, and this person here is very protective. Yeah, definitely blocking her love. Like, she does have love. She or he exudes the energy of love, but very selective on who they give it to. So that's why I was saying, well, all people aren't good people in a dream. And so one of the guy, he was like, well, remember, like, we're all like-minded. Like, he said something that I noticed that I said in one of my readings. And so he had a bunch of notes. So we got the Empress here, clarified with the Ten of Wands. So let's just say you're a mother. You could be having, you have balanced your life, and it took a lot for you to get to where you are. It took a lot, and this is internal energy here. This is you healing whatever you've gone through in the past. You went through a lot when it came to people as well. So what I'm seeing here is, like, with the Ten of Wands, there could be people that are coming in, and you could be protecting your energy from these people, because it's hard to give love to people when it's just really hard to give your love to people who really, it's just hard to give your love. Like, when you went through a lot in your life and you've learned how to balance and adapt to your energy. Maybe you could be a hermit. Maybe you could be someone who provides for yourself and your family, or whatever this energy is. I feel like this was a struggle to get to where you are. Okay? And so you're very careful about who you give your love to. So these are people who came in with notes. Okay? So yeah, you've worked on the energy of self-love. Okay? Two of Cups. So these are people who are wanting to befriend you. The Tower card here. This is disturbing, or this could be like shaking some things up in your life. Why we got that? Because there are people who are secretly uncomfortable saying how they feel to you. These are people who are going through a lot, and they could be fighting internally, especially when it comes to like pride or something. When it comes to pride, when it comes to some sort of healing that this person wants to do. But what I'm seeing here is like someone's willing to get naked. And when I'm talking about what I mean about naked is people who are wanting to be their authentic self, maybe not knowing how to do so, but they're wanting to. It's a very uncomfortable feeling for someone to like really exude the energy of love. Like, what I'm seeing here is like, no, not exude the energy of love, but authenticity, because it's something that someone's been hiding for so long. So with the Eight of Swords, it's representing someone who's uncomfortable in their skin at this time, because they're not knowing how to really embody that authenticity. But with the star here, I'm seeing here that someone is definitely learning how to do it. Okay, so yeah, someone could be at their lowest internally, and they're wanting to like heal. They're wanting to align themselves with you. So yeah, this is the shake up part, and they're trying to figure out how to do it. So with that said, Page of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So this is someone who they may be grown, but they're having to start from scratch when it comes to who they are. they don't know who they are right now, and they're like, they've been crying a lot. And so this is a person who's like willing to heal internally. You know, they're needing help. And I feel like maybe they could be like a younger, maybe 20s. I'm getting the age 20, could be a little older, but this is a person who's really wanting to work on themselves. So the notes that they've taken, what are these notes about, ancestors? Well, we got the hang one and the emperor. What are these notes about? So someone not knowing what to, okay, so these are notes. So maybe these are notes of what they've done, things that they've gotten into, what they've taken. Like someone's trying to, like, they broken. Someone's broken. So they are with the Seven of Cups. I'm just seeing here, like, this is someone who's gotten themselves into a lot of things, and it's betrayal here. It's like destruction here. It's, you know, someone who has stolen and had victories from gaining, and a lot of things here, you know, that this person has written. Like someone's written a lot, and now that they've written what so maybe someone's doing a lot of journaling right now. And, you know, these are prayers that they've written that they're stressing about. So this is what they're taking to the altar. You know, so someone's definitely having some sort of ego death. And with the Judgment card, you know, this is a person who's like been praying and possibly even under judgment for things that they've done, money they received, whatever it is. I'm seeing that this person is trying to heal, definitely trying to heal. So with the Chariot and the Hermit card, someone's been alone. Someone's been alone. And these letters are just like, you know how you do your journaling. So you're someone's doing their shadow work, shadow journaling possibly, and, you know, they're facing their fears. You know, with the Wheel of Fortune, someone is learning their lessons and growing and becoming their best self. I don't know why the socks are so significant in this reading. Well, let me look at it. So it's not the socks that are that's bringing, that are significant. It's that this person feels as if they are they feel what's the word? Like they just feel like they want to hide under a rock. Like this person feels invisible to life in some way. I don't know what that means for this person. Or maybe they just want to disappear because of certain choices that they made. It's giving me an energy of someone who's feeling embarrassed and they're wanting to, like, disappear. Like they're wanting, not disappear in that way, but like they don't want no one to see them for the things that they've done. And they could be in their head a lot about what they've done. But I feel like someone's trying to gain some sort of emotional, that someone's trying to have empathy for themselves. They're trying to tell themselves what to do, how to feel, and how to care for themselves more. And, you know, with that said, even though they do feel a little embarrassed, or maybe they feel like they want to hide or something, I'm seeing here like they're still learning. So it's giving an energy of someone who is convicted, feeling convicted. They're actually holding themselves accountable because they know the things that they've done were wrong. And so, yeah, they're trying to gain their strength back, calling their power back from, you know, allowing others to whatever, you know. I feel like, yeah, this person is being guided by God to move on. So this could be a fire sign who's being guided to move on, close a chapter, move on, learn from it. 8 of Cups energy, someone who's needing to learn a lesson and move on, walk and heal is what I'm seeing with the Judgment card. Definitely seeing that. And this person gaining victory once they do. But yeah, it's a person who's going to have to do a lot of work. Yeah. And they will. So with the Emperor here, definitely getting, it could be a Leo, it could be anybody. But what I'm seeing here is someone's determined to do this. So they're working on themselves. However, they got other people. There are other people who are working on themselves too. They could be going through a lot of pain, but they could be healing as well. All right. So with the Fool card, yeah, definitely freeing themselves from past wounds, healing, and doing better. So the letters on the altar are pretty much shadow work that someone's doing, and they're putting it on the altar to ask the Most High for forgiveness and for healing. And so now we're talking about the car. So what was the car about? So I was on the side of the car with people. Now this could represent people that are currently healing, okay, going through some sort of healing, some sort of transformation. Page of Wands here. Someone's who's reflecting at this time, and they could be calling in their ancestor. This could be a loved one that they're that is assisting them, like a deceased loved one, or this could be a live, someone who's living that is assisting them on healing. This is someone that they could be speaking to help them get through some rough times where they're feeling regretful. But I see, like with the 2 cups standing, there is opportunity for this person to heal. And I'm also seeing here that they could be feeling bad about a death. So I'm getting here like maybe someone passed away. Someone's regretting this death. This is something like someone's feeling so bad about this death. Definitely seeing a funeral. Someone's at a funeral or had a funeral. There could have been 3 people who passed away. Someone could be concerned about 2 people who are about to pass, or who they took money from. Whatever this is, they're feeling bad. So they're trying to get through some hump. So with the 5 of Wands, there could be a lot of arguing going on. We got the Queen of Pentacles here in the World card with the Knight of Cups. So there's someone trying to free themselves from people that are wanting to work with this person. Maybe this person is wanting them to take money to do something, like to somebody, to hurt someone or something. Whatever this is, maybe someone's throwing something in someone's face. I don't know, why I'm getting at. This could have been someone who has been jumped by some women, possibly. You know what I'm seeing here with the 5 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups energy. And someone who's gaining a new opportunity to close out a cycle. This person is no longer wanting to be in this cycle. They're wanting to free themselves. And so with that said, in the card, it's like someone's wanting to, it's like, let's see, give me more information. So in the card, there could have, this could be a person who's stressing, okay? They could be thinking about things that have happened. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is someone who's needing to continue or go on a cycle of healing. Yeah. And they're trying to figure out how to get out of this state of mind where they are foggy in their mind, trying to be strong, trying to call their power back. So with the card, me moving up, what is that about? Me moving up next to the people in the card. So there are people who are excited or trying to, there were people in the cards, a lot of people in the card, in the other card. They're like people that are needing healing. And with the Magician card, this is someone who's trying to manifest some sort of healing for themselves. But they're around a lot of people. With the Emperor, he's around people. He could be under judgment. And the 3 of Cups is just saying, these are people who are, I want to say weak-minded. They could be younger people who are lost. These are lost people. What do they want? Why are they in the car? Okay, I'm on track. So these are people who are willing to do the work to heal. But they're thinking they could do it together is what I'm seeing. you know. And the issue is you cannot heal with others. So, you know, with the Seven of Swords, someone's trying to sneak off. So in the car, I moved back. Then when I moved up, the cars weren't there. So what is that about? It's about you realizing that some people, you know, they're struggling. So we got the Lovers card and the Ten of Wands with the Two of Cups. So see, the issue is there are going to be some people who are going to come around acting as if they have done the work. And what it's saying is like you're going to be selective. So me moving up and the people disappearing is saying like some ain't ready. Some not ready. Some people aren't ready. See that? They're like, they're not ready. They're not ready. So with the Eight of Wands, it's like someone who's moving on. Because, you know, this is an opportunity for healing. But they still got some more things that they need to learn from. They're not ready yet. So someone could be blocking their healing right now. So, yeah, that's what that means. Like, they're like some people that aren't ready. Yeah. And so it could be these people here. Or it could be this emperor here who's like doing some sort of controlling when it comes to these women. They could be stressed out. They could be trying to support each other. But with this man here, he's trying to dominate these women is what I'm also seeing here. And someone is escaping. So me being in the vehicle, moving up. Or what? Let's see. It's like maybe you took a look at it and you chose to heal, you know. And there are people who are trying to block this healing. So you got people who want to block your healing. A Queen of Pentacles. She's trying to heal and there could be people trying to block her. She's protecting her energy. Yeah. But I see she's closing out a cycle. Definitely closing out this cycle. But with her closing it out, she's feeling as if she's walking away with nothing. And with that said, you know, she's trying to figure out her options to find better. But, you know, it's going to be, this is a spiritual journey where you're going to get through it. You're going to have your ups and you're going to have your downs. But you can get through this. You just got to be strong through your journey. And you got to know how to release a strong hold. So you could have a strong hold on you. I see you getting justice from this because someone's trying to hold on you for dear life. Yeah, this Devil card. And it's like everything is fine. So this devil is here. So there's like a karmic, you got like an entity that you have to learn how to control and dominate. I feel like your deity, or there's a deity. See, we all have one. But there are some people who don't know how to control it because your vices speak louder than you. So this is a time for you to regulate your deity. And how you regulate your deity is by telling your deity what you will and won't allow. So let's just say you might have a habit, like I got a habit of like, let's see, what's my habit? Like I like noodles. Or, you know, I like to eat and you know, it could be definitely get into some sort of gluttony. So I have to tell myself like, stop eating at a certain time, like maybe eat fruit at that time or something. Like maybe you smoke and, you know, this could be your vice. And it's just like you gotta heal what is very hard to heal. So if you smoke, if you drink, if you like sex, these are like deities that you have to control because we have a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to you to rise above these deities. See, somebody's deity has a strong hold on them. So maybe someone has a sex addiction. You're going to have to learn how to control that sex addiction. You're going to have to learn how to tell your deity, I'm not having sex today. Yeah. So you will get justice. And this will assist you in coming into alignment with yourself, where you're able to meet like-minded people. And also doing the shadow work is going to help you. But again, like, let's just say you're this person here, because you're always the higher person. This is your, let's just say these are your, this could be your inner child, and this could be your soul. So you got the inner child, the soul, and then we got the body, okay? So mind, body, and soul. Let's talk about the mind, the body, and the soul. So this could be your soul calling you to come towards me. Let me talk to you. Let me heal you. I want you to come together with me. But you got this here telling you that, no, we belong together. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave me. We belong together. See, what you're having to do is listen to your higher self. Okay? It's more power in your mind when you're able to control lower energies that want to take over you and your whole life. See, this will have you going in the wrong direction. Someone's needing to learn how to align themselves with their higher self. That's where your justice will be, okay? So with the Page of Swords and the Justice card, this is you being very careful and selective of what you are allowing in. So you could be learning this. This is what you're learning. That's your justice. And not only learning it, it's also being active, doing the work, healing, doing the actual work and healing, yeah. So anyway, with that said, let's get some last messages. Empathy, all right? So we got, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. Yeah, you got to open your heart. Definitely open your heart. Have more empathy for yourself. And then judgment. So I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. You're going to have to learn that. You're going to definitely have to learn that your path is your path, okay? And that will get you to your peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So Spirit is asking that you release negative energy. All right. And we got the Death. Ooh, this is powerful. So with the Death, it says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. And this is a death. Like, I'm getting more so ego death, where you're gaining more self-esteem for yourself. I don't care what you don't like about yourself. Okay. You learn to like them parts. You learn to love them parts. You never let anybody tell you about you. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are wise. You are strong. You are amazing. And you've not even tapped into half of the beautiful things that you have laying dormant inside of you. Spirit is wanting you to wake those things up. Knowing your worth and understanding who you are is very powerful, especially at these times, okay? Because we no longer can allow other people to tell us who we are. You have to know that for yourself. It's all about honoring thyself, worshiping thyself, and loving thyself, okay? So we got Luke 17:5 and Luke 18:18. All right, so in Luke 17:5, it says, the apostles said to the Lord, increase our faith. This verse comes after Jesus talks about forgiveness and not causing others to stumble. The disciples, feeling overwhelmed, asked for more faith. Relation to ego and self-love. Releasing negative entities, ego often requires surrendering control and trusting something beyond the ego, your higher self, divine will, or truth. The apostles asking to increase faith mirrors the inner moment when you realize that spiritual strength must come from within, but also through grace, not force. It's about humility, acknowledging limitations, and asking for help. A step toward letting go of ego-driven pride. So Luke 18:18 says, A certain ruler asked him, Good teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life? And this leads into the story of the rich young ruler who is told to sell all he has and follow Jesus. He walks away sad, unwilling to let go of his wealth. Relation to the ego and self-love. The ruler is attached to material identity, which symbolizes ego, status, control, security. Jesus challenges him to release all attachments, not as punishment, but as the path to true spiritual life. Letting go of the ego, like the wealth, is painful but necessary for authentic self-realization and divine love. His sadness shows how hard it is to detach from identity and false security. Exactly what many face when healing or releasing negative entities or emotional trauma. So how this all ties together is both passages mirror the inner journey of transforming ego into spiritual maturity. Releasing negative entities, beliefs, thoughts, patterns, emotional wounds requires the faith in Luke 17:5 to trust in the process and in your inner life. Surrender. Letting go of attachments to ego-driven illusions, and then self-love grows when you stop identifying with external validation or fear and reconnect with your essence, which is what both verses push towards inner transformation. So this is a very powerful reading, and I am definitely seeing that there are people who are removing themselves from certain environments where they no longer want to hold on to like materialism. So yeah, that's why we got the 5 of Pentacles. Someone's walking away from their money or walking away from materialism to learn more about thyself. That's powerful. And I'm so happy for you. I really hope that you do the work, because it's nothing like feeling, it's no better feeling than to know yourself, love yourself, and come back home to yourself. Look, we got no place like home. So you being your authentic self is a very powerful energy. It's energy. It definitely is energy. You knowing who you are. It's you coming back to self, realizing that confirmation. You are everything you ever needed. You're all you need to get by. God is so good. And when you learn to have that connection with the divine, it will get so much better. I feel like someone's between worlds and they're trying to find that they're trying to find that happiness. But what you're not realizing is that happiness comes only when you are happy within. It's not what makes you happy on the outside, because everything that glitters ain't gold. Your inner peace is your happiness. So it says authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. Home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity. Aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride or humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here, in the house of your spirit, and your spirit. Ashe. And this is where we're getting to, guys. You got to do that inner work. We got to come out of these cycles. It's a, who wants to be in a never-ending story where you're never healing? You're always feeling sad. You're always feeling as if you're not enough. Spirit is like, no, it's time for you to recognize what is happening here. What is this cycle that you're continuing to be in? God is wanting you to put that to an end. All right? It's time for you to judge the situation for what it is. But at the same time, have empathy for it, okay? Have empathy for yourself. Love yourself. And come out of both worlds. It's time for you to, you got to be solid within yourself. All right. So it says self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. There is a story woven through the imperfect. One moment. So we have self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world comes crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fear, your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Listen here. It is time. So, you gotta stop criticizing yourself. Spirit is asking that you have more empathy for yourself, okay? You got to be open to feeling both sides of the situation. It says, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. So you having to understand why you possibly gotten into something that's dark, recognize what happened so that you can unlearn those things that you've gotten into that has caused you to be in a cycle that is never ending. We got to break that cycle. It's time to do cord cuttings. It's time to remove ourselves from people that don't serve us and walk into this light here where you'll have a lot of happiness, fulfillment within, okay? Your happiness does not come from others. It comes from yourself. So you're having to cut some cords. You're having to get one of them good old songs that talk about releasing and letting go and ending what doesn't serve you. A good song to listen to is Let It Flow by Toni Braxton. That's the song that I just heard. And another one is End of the Road by Boyz II Men. Anyway, with that said, I hope that this message has helped you. You can get through this. We're going to get through it together. And I love you. And I hope that these messages have assisted you in empowering yourself and becoming your best self. With that said, have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't forget to stay prayed up. Make you a prayer time. Mine's is 444 in the morning and in the afternoon. It's very important. Get yourself reconnected with the divine, because God is so powerful and God will get you through anything. With that said, have a wonderful rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Peace.